Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries. And I just completed a Solaris run, and I think it's time to jump back out into other star systems and complete some missions. So, coming back out over the star system map, I think I'm going to jump back over to Eden, even though the threat level is at medium. I think we can handle it. And let's go ahead and do our jump. So out of the missions here, between Bandit Hideaway and Merc Alley, I don't remember which one is the Lance and a Half one. I think it's Merc Alley, but I could be wrong. I know both of these missions are hard. Maybe this one's harder than the other one, but I'm just going to guess here and think that this is the Lance and a Half one.
Commander, the governor is still calling for raids against loyalist convoys, but I'm worried that any route still seeing traffic will be heavily guarded. The money and salvage are good, though. It's your call, sir.
Alright, so yeah, this is the Lance and a Half one, so this is the one I'm going to do. I think the other mission is a full 2 Lance, so that means that I'm going to have to get more pilots, and I don't really have a lot of money right now, so I want to do this mission, get some salvage, get some money, and maybe we can afford to hire some pilots. I might even hire some more expensive pilots. We'll see. I also need to get salvage just in more mechs, heavier mechs, that kind of thing. So, first thing first, we're going to have to move around our pilots. So that we have Hannibal over here in the commander slot. And then I had Spirit over here. Ooh, that's not the right... There we go. Spirit over here. And then we'll put Scooter in the back here. Now, I can tell that the Hellhound apparently needs to be set up here for this mission, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the mech lab and see what we've got. So, this Chimera is armed, so we're good to go there. As far as I know that the Hellhound is the only one that needs rearmed, I'm going to be using the Mad Cat, which should be armed. And then, depending off of that, so we're going to have an Owens... All right, well, let's go through the list. We've got Mad Cat, Hellhound, Hellspawn, and then the Chimera is probably going to be my main Lance. And then we're going to be using, after that, probably a Cougar and an Owens. So let's take a look at the Cougar. It does appear that I've rearmed this to, it's more or less default setup. So, looks like we're more or less good to go as far as that's concerned. So really, it's just a matter of rearming the Hellhound. So, we take a look at what weaponry we have here. We've got an ER large laser. I don't remember what the default setup was for this. And I'm also taking a look at what we've got in the kitty. So we've got an LBX AC-10. That would take up a lot of tonnage. Maybe we do one of those. And an ER large laser to fill out there. Maybe in this arm. And then we've got 4 tons left, huh? Well, I could do medium pulse lasers, or I could do some more close-in firepower. Looks like tonnage-wise, this might be a good call. I don't know how good the firepower scale is for this, but... Alternatively, I can remove that. And I could do a couple machine guns for in close, because these... Oh, we have clan machine guns. So they're the same 2 tons, but the advantage is they're better damage and range. That seems pretty good. I don't know if this is the best armament. I mean, as we can see, firepower's not great on this, so... I don't know if I really... Ooh, that's not... What do we got going there? That's not what I wanted to do. Alright. You know what? I think I am going to set this up for a little bit longer range. The downside is I think I'm going to have to rearm some things here. So, first things first, I'm going to go over to... You know what? Yeah, let's go over to one of the Cougars. So, Cougar 7 we're not going to use, right? Let's strip out the weapons. Give us some weaponry here. But I'm just realizing I have a bunch of fleas still in my... arsenal that we are definitely not going to use, so why don't we just get rid of them? And that gives me some money And that's going to really be helpful. So we'll sell all of that. I'm going to keep on to the Ullers, even though I probably could easily sell them as well. So let's sell. And while we're at it, why don't we go over to the Ullers and strip them out of weapons, because we're not currently using them, and they have weaponry in there. So let's strip them out. And we'll strip out the other Uller too. Strip. Okay, and that gives me a lot of weapons to work with. So from here, let's go back over to the Hellhound. So we put one large laser in. What do we have now as weapons? So we've got some medium lasers. That could be a good close-in punch. An extended range is pretty good. It's only 1 ton. So we maybe stick a couple of those in there. And then we can probably fit in that Clan LBX like we were going to. It gives us 2 tons left to do things with. Armor's probably as high up as it can go. We could give it an ECM and or a laser anti-missile system. Well, what do we have for missile systems? Rather than using the autocannon, which is very heavy, what do we have instead for missile systems? So we've got an LRM-20. That's going to be pretty good. It's only 6 tons. And that gives us some good long-range punch. And we can use the Clan machine guns just to even out the firepower here. And then I guess we can use some ECM and 1 heatsink. And that should probably be a good loadout. Maybe even more firepower than it had when it was in the tournament. Now, this gives it a lot of weapon groups and everything, but the AI, when they're in control of that kind of stuff, they can manage the different weapon systems a little bit better. So right now, I think what I'm going to do is something like that. And I think the AI can manage 4 different weapon groups just fine. Better than I can anyway. Alright, so I think that's going to be the setup. I think everything else is armed and ready to go. The only thing that I would say, and now that I think about it, yeah, this is probably one thing that I do want to upgrade, and I've been meaning to for some time, is that one Owens has 2 small lasers. Let's get rid of that, because we now have a extended range medium laser that will fill that slot nicely. And I don't know if that really improves firepower all that much, but it definitely improves range. Like if we take a look, we had just normal small lasers that are on the 150 for range, and they do 1.25, whereas this does almost double the damage. Not quite, but more than double the range for sure. Alternatively, we could put on 2 ER small lasers, which would give us a range bonus as well as a damage bonus, and 2 of them would technically give more damage than the current medium laser. But I think I'm more or less happy with this setup, unless we want to go with some Clan missile systems, because these are pretty heavy. Yeah, you know what? I think we're better off with a Clan missile system, so let's get rid of these. We've got a lot of these LRM-10s that are significantly less in weight. And we've got 2 tons left. What do we have on the chassis? I don't know much of that's going to be helpful. I mean, we might want to do a heat sink or something. That does give us more tonnage to fit maybe different weapons in here. Like another ER medium laser. Granted, we don't have any more, but I did technically assign some to another mech. And I could always buy one. You know, just because I want to do that. There's no reason to use weapon group 3 if we're not going to really be putting anything in there. Okay, that's good. Alright. I know I'm going around here and spend a little bit of time on this, but might as well get these mechs as good as they can be. So go back over here. Oop, that's the wrong mech, because it defaults to... Ah. There we go. We come back over and go ahead and put in another one of these guys. Now, heat's a little bit of an issue. We'll put one heat sink in. And there we go. We got quite a lot of firepower in this Owens now compared to what it used to have. Heat's kind of tricky, but hopefully the AI will be able to manage that okay. All right, let's go ahead and start divvying up the mechs. So I'm going to be using the Mad Cat and Rufus. I normally would give the close-in, more armored stuff to the pilots that are going to be right behind me. So just to explain really quickly, normal formation speaking, I would be up front, and then Rufus would be right behind me, then Shredder, then Scooter, then Hannibal, then Spirit. So usually speaking, when I set up my lances, I like to put in the heavier, more well-armored, but maybe close-in mechs, the way they're armed anyway, up front with me, and then the more long-range or lighter mechs in the back. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So that's why I'm putting the Hellspawn up front. Technically, it's not as well armored as the Hellhound, but I think the Hellhound has a little bit more long-range punch to it, so I'm going to put it back a little bit further. And then finally, Scooter is going to be using the Chimera, which I don't know how well armed that thing is, but yeah, it's fairly well armored, I guess. And then finally, we're going to kit out our last group, which is going to be the Cougar 6 and that Owens mech that we just set up. All right, well, I know that this particular mission is pretty tricky, so we're going to hop right in, and hopefully we'll do pretty well.
Entering convoy area. Contact imminent. Watch yourself out there, sir.
Roger. We'll be fine, Control. Keep your eye out for those enemy air assets. Still no confirmation on their status?
Negative. My contact with the Separatists hasn't had any updates.
All right, here we go. Now, I have decent long-range punch.
We should be in contact with the convoy just over the ridge. Give a ready report and go weapons hot.
This is Scooter. Ready up. Ready up. This is Rufus. Ready up.
Okay, so we have mechs right off the gate.
Vector 1, be advised. The convoy...
Say again, Castle. You're breaking up.
I just hit the ground.
Vector 1.
Full enemy lance. Closing on our position.
Okay, people.
Ow.
We didn't come here to socialize. Light them up.
All right, exactly that. We're going to need to light these guys up. I'm going to go down into, I think...
Ceasefire. That's a friendly.
You got to be kidding me. That guy walked right in front of me. All right. Well, let's get in here and go after this Hellspawn, maybe. Oh, there's something behind us. All right, I see it. Ah, hit a cactus, not the enemy. There we go. Okay, we did some good damage there. Ah, whiff.
Demolishes.
Castle, come in.
Got him.
Over. They're jamming our transmission. This is not good.
Just gonna lay into this guy. Ah,
Enemy
whiff.
detected.
Okay, let's focus on what we can see here. I definitely want to focus on these demolishers before they get close. Ah, that was the wrong weapon.
Coming.
Enemy detected.
Okay, let's get the demolisher.
Enemy detected. Target destroyed.
I'm not showing any transport vehicles. It's a trap. Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, baby.
Uploading nav point beta as escape vector. Break contact. Destroy any mechs that give a chase.
Roger.
These are very dangerous because they have autocannon 20s, which can do huge amounts of damage.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Now I don't have to really worry that any of my mechs are just going to get wrecked here. Matter of fact, we're doing pretty well for this particular mission. I haven't taken that much damage because I managed to get good cover there. Okay, these catapults are really long range. As a matter of fact, I just got locked on. Ow, ow, ow. Ooh, here's a new mech. Let's get in there. Alright, I'm going to focus on this heavier mech here. And let my allies focus on the... that was kind of a whiff shot. Okay, I'm at the extent of my torso twist, so I'm just going to... Whoa! Okay. That was a big whiff. Okay, let's stop moving back here. Come forward. Alright, I don't see any heavy damage on any of my friendly mechs. Alright, took an arm off. Alright, that's probably close enough. As a matter of fact, I'm going to back up here because we don't want them blowing up in my face. Ah, whiff. That's the thing about autocannons, is they can at times be somewhat all or nothing. Oh, he's down. Okay, so we've got a catapult that's fairly long range, so we're going to want to switch over to the large lasers and whiff our shot. Whiff our shot big time. Another whiff. There we go. Now we can switch to closer in weapons. There's jump jets in action. Not going to do him much good. Alright, let's back up here. We're a little bit too close. Alright. Come back around. This guy's not going to last much longer, but we want to be careful not to catch anyone.
That's the end of them.
There we go.
Area secure. Good work, people. That was a tough fight. We've got a ways to go in this war. Let's make sure we stay sharp.
Copy that. TAC ops and salvage en route. Great work, Commander.
Now, I could have
Glad to
escaped...
see you made it out of there, sir. I was pretty worried for a moment. I've informed the governor that the route has been altered and is no longer a viable target.
Now, I could have escaped there, and I wouldn't have had to fight like that. That was part of the mission objectives, is I could just escape. But if you stick and fight, then you get some salvage. And I don't get any weapon salvage, which is unfortunate. But we got a catapult and an Argus, both very good heavy mechs, so that's good. And we also got a bonus award here. This is not a ton of cash, to be honest with you. And our expenses almost outweighed the amount that we got, but not bad at all. And if we take a look at the orbital view here, we've just got the bandit hideaway. Now, I think there is one more mission on this planet, but I don't know if we can do it necessarily now, or we have to wait for the bandit hideaway. Now, we've gotten a lot of infamy on this planet, but that's just kind of the way things go. So, any case, I think there's a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.